Bill Hoppe's family can trace their ancestry back to the first white settlers in the Yellowstone Basin. The family claims the first white child born in the Montana Territory, and Bill's grandfather was one of the first buffalo herders in Yellowstone National Park. Bill's background and family history certainly gives him room to talk about the history of wild game in the Yellowstone Basin. With the introduction of the gray wolf in 1995, Yellowstone and the surrounding country has seen game populations drastically plummet from historical levels.
Anybody that's telling you that the wolves aren't having an effect on these elk is lying to you, because they're the only new player in town, and we've gone from 20,000 plus to 6,000, 20,000 elk plus to 6,000. The mountain sheep numbers are down. Hunting as we know it even today, you know, I mean, we've still got fairly good hunting here. Nothing like we had 10 years ago. But without some management of these wolves, both in and out of Yellowstone National Park, there is no future here. We're going to see our game herds decline to the point where we won't have hunting here. For all my life, Gardner, Montana was known as the elk capital of the world. You know, the old timers, including my grandpa, was one of the guys that helped take the wolves out of Yellowstone Park in the late teens and early 20s. People don't realize that they only took 30-some wolves out of Yellowstone Park. That was all they took. Today, they're estimating or telling us that there's 160 wolves inside of Yellowstone Park. That's not counting the wolves that have moved outside the park. I think we're seeing a big stress for the grizzly bears now. Well, I know we are. You're seeing grizzly bears come out of Yellowstone Park in big numbers looking for something to eat. It's mainly because of the wolf. They refuse to manage the numbers of the wolves. And when they put them in here in 1995, the plan was that there was supposed to be 78 to 100 wolves in the Yellowstone ecosystem. And we're so far beyond that it's decimating our wildlife.
Back to the hunt. We spent one day looking for an early migratory bull coming out of Yellowstone, and had a chance to ride through the old Forest Service camp Bill had run during the glory days of hunting elk in Gardner. The hunting area, well within the haunts of the local wolf pack, was almost completely devoid of big game.
When they put the wolves in Yellowstone Park, this was never the intent of what we've got now. The intent was to reintroduce wolves and have a few wolves. It wasn't to annihilate all the game.
Oh, we've seen one bull track here. We're going to see if we can't find it. Looks pretty fresh.
We rode higher into the mountains in search of the bull. On top, we worked out onto a finger, but the snow was crunchy, making a quiet stalk real tough.
Well, we didn't get that one. The bull made the slip on us after making a mad dash at him. It was close. Nice 6-point bull.
One could only surmise that he was used to far more efficient hunters than us lowly men.
What makes me sad is I don't believe my grandkids will ever get to see and experience what I know. The huge herds of migrating elk. You know, now people see 100 head of elk and they think they see something, where 10 years ago, 12 years ago, we used to see thousands of head of elk migrate out of that park. But you'll never see it again. And that's what makes me sad, is I guess the good times are gone.